What up, y'all? I feel way better from yesterday. That was nuts. Don't know what happened. Actually, I do. I took some of my vitamins and they made me feel nauseous, so I had to dip. Anyways, go ahead and click that link in the description if you want to learn from my mentors. They're kick ass. All right, I'm learning so much good shit from them to grow my YouTube channel more effectively. My name is Malachi. I am your host with IME TV, and today we have a kick ass episode. Kick ass. And it's going to talk about the place you're at right now is where you're supposed to be. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about how you can change that perspective. All right? Let's get into it. Shall we? Let's get into it. Where you're at right now is based on really two things. It's based on really two things, all right? It's your thoughts, whether they're good or bad, and then it's your actions after your thoughts, all right? So whether it's good or bad with your thoughts, you're gonna have a counterbalance action to it. So if you have destructive thoughts, you might have a destructive action, right? Everything that you've had right now up to this point, you're supposed to be right here. And all you got to understand is you're here right now because your past thoughts. Your past thoughts have led you to this moment right now. Whatever those thoughts may be, and then the actions that followed afterwards. You're here right now because you're meant to be here right now. There might be something you still need to learn. There might be something that you got to grow from, right? But you got to understand that. You got to understand that your thoughts thus far have dictated your reality. And then your thoughts, right? And your actions are connected to your personality. That's what it's connected to. How you think and act dictates who you are. In return, it dictates your personal reality, your paradigm. Which is fucking cool. Because once you understand that, now what? You have the accountability in yourself to do something about it. And if you don't, guess what? You know why you are stagnant, stuck in a rut, in the place that you're supposed to be. To change your thought process, which is it's dope. It's really dope. Another thing that you got to understand is you got to accept where you are. You got to accept it. Accept where you are. Don't dwell on the environment. Don't dwell on your past thoughts. You got to understand this too. You can't go back into the future and you can't go back into the past. Okay? So you got to understand every single thought that you've had thus far, you have to think that it was benefit for you because you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know what could have happened. You could have went to that party and ended up in the hospital. You could have left work a little bit earlier and got hit by that car. So you don't know. You gotta make sure you're thinking on that right level. You know, every decision you've had was the right one for you. Because you don't know what could happen. You know? And that's the one thing about letting your environment go. You don't have any control, sure, but at the same time, you do have control of how you think and how you act, which dictates your personal reality. If I was to ask you, do you think your thoughts become things? And you say yes, and you already know 90% of the people are having the same thoughts they did yesterday, today, and your thoughts become reality, why are you having destructive thoughts? You know, every time you have a thought, it sends out a frequency. Literally, it's a frequency that gets shot out into the ether. It's a frequency. Every single time. Whatever thought it is, right? Good or bad. Boom, boom, boom. It's getting shot out there. It's energy. And guess what? Those same thoughts you had yesterday, that you're having today, that you'll have tomorrow, that you'll have the next day, if you don't change it, you're attracting all of that bad stuff. You really are. It's just attracting it. Like I said, you are what you think, and you are what you act. And the crazy thing is, it's like after you have these thoughts, destructive, constructive, your responsibility to act on them. Good example, when I was in sales and I was having a funky day or even like a funky hour, and I'm in like that rut, and you're like, damn, fuck, like, and you keep getting hit, no. It's crazy when you would sit down, if especially if the person's new, what are they thinking about them, right, in those moments? I remember when I first started talking to people and selling, I was so uncomfortable and not confident in what I was saying and my presentation that they can sense it, right? And then it was interesting because every time I was getting a no, yes, my skin was getting thicker, but my impatience was getting more, I was getting more impatient. I was like, where's the yeses at? Crazy thing is, if I would have just switched my thought process up when I was first starting, I had to learn this, but when I was first starting, I could switch it up from I'm getting impatient with these no's to I know the yeses are coming, I'm getting the no's out the way. Let's go. Next, right? See how the different paradigm, different process changes a lot. Changes a lot how you will act. That's what your thoughts change. They dictate how you act, which is, it's crazy. It's crazy to say, but it's very true. Dictates how you act. So if you have destructive thoughts, you're most likely to have a destructive personality. And vice versa. If you have constructive thoughts, you're more likely going to be using your imagination and getting in touch with your kid side and all that good stuff that they don't teach you. All the crap that you've learned, all the bad habits, self-talk, you learned that from somebody else. So whether it was a coping skill or something that was like you just kept seeing it, so it was just like the norm, you learned it from somebody else. So if you learned it from somebody else, it's time to take your power back, your personal power, and teach yourself a different skill, right? Becoming more aware of your thoughts. Becoming more aware of what comes next, your actions. And it's interesting because when you really break this down, this can go for anything. Relationships with parents, girls, guys, friends, family, like it goes everywhere. With yourself, relationship with yourself. Because guess what? If you have bad self-talk, guess what? Negative actions are most likely to come next if you don't control that, manage that, and you nip that in the bud, right? It's right. It's another reason why, it's another reason why I like to stress this right here. Get your thoughts into control, all right? Whether they're good or bad, get them in control, okay? If they're good, more power to you. If they're bad, just get them under control, manage them, okay? Because learn this. No matter what you think or do, you're right. The universe only knows how to say yes. It only knows how to say yes, not no. And if you're getting a no from the universe, that's a clear sign that you got to change something in your life, whether it's your thoughts or your actions, or both. But everything that you ask for or you do, you're right. So, you say you're a failure. You say you're clumsy. You say you can't do it. You're right. But you say you're a warrior. You say I can manage this. You say I got this. You say I'm strong. Here's another thing. When people ask, God, God, give me strength. Right? And then what happens? God puts you through something that you need to be strong for. And then you cry about it and you whine about it. Why, God? Why you put me through this? Why you put me through this? Because that's where you're supposed to be at right now. You just asked God for strength. Don't be upset when he gives you something to be strong for. Simple. You're right. Positive or negative, you're right. And this is why I like to give my knowledge and recite my knowledge. Because I've experienced it. I've lived through it. I've had to become aware of it so I can change accordingly. And it's crazy because me becoming aware, I get more aware of other people. I know how to read the room. I know how to read body language. I know how to read intentions, and that's important. It's important as a person to be able to do. It's crazy. You got to remember, take responsibility. You are at this place for a reason. You're supposed to be in this spot for a reason. Find it, dig deep, love yourself, continue pushing, warrior. You're a fucking savage. Remember that. All right? I'm your boy Malachi with IME TV. Hope you guys are enjoying these awesome videos. Tomorrow, I think I want to talk about relationships. Something like that. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing great. All right? Stay solid on this awesome day or night, wherever you're at. Keep grinding. Don't lose focus. Love yourself. Your boy's out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. This is IME TV. Also, one last thing. If you want to learn how to grow your YouTube channel more effectively, click that link in the description, man. It's my website that leads straight to my mentors, man. All right? I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.